somebody. And if you don't believe me, before you got saved, you worshiped something. Some of you got saved and still worshiping the same thing. But we are created to worship God. Everything else you do, it should be a byproduct of that worship. Nothing else you do will be as relevant as your worship, your praise, and giving your life to God. There's a void in us that cannot be filled with anything other than God. Now, I don't mind telling you that I tried some things in my life before I found Jesus. I don't mind telling you I tried to fill that void with people, places, and things. I don't mind telling you I wasn't born saved. I don't mind telling you I thought I found Jesus, but I was the one that was really lost, and he found me. Oh God. But there's a void that exists in us that can only be filled with the presence of the Almighty God. And you can only get in his presence through prayer, praise, and worship. Worship is an itemized commodity. It's antiquated in the new church. Because in the new church, we ain't got time for all that. You see, because when real worship hits the house, you might miss your 1 o'clock appointment. When real worship hits the house, we might not get to read any announcements or have a song from the choir or see how beautiful you could. When real worship hits the house, people start slobbering on the floor. They start falling all over themselves. When real worship hits the house, you don't care about how good your wig is, how fine your suit is. You say, I must have Jesus. Come on, that's when real worship hits the house. However, there is a pathway to the water. There's a pathway that we must follow if we're going to get to that water. The first thing he told me to tell you is there must be an exchange of wills. I've got to change my will for his will. Luke 22:42 says, nevertheless, not my will, but okay, you heard that before. Matthew 6:10 says, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. That text is implying that you can have heaven right here on earth. Hey, God, when you worship God for real, the angels come and sit with you. The angels come and abide on your praise. They sat in heaven waiting for a real worshiper. When they saw a worshiper, they turned around and said, somebody's worshiping God. And they get off their seats and they ride down. And he said, let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Okay. Come on, God. In these last days and times, there's a call going out to the world. But the world is missing the call. They're missing what God is saying. You see, when you don't heed the sermon, God will send a situation. When you don't heed the word of God, it will show up in your house. It'll show up in your life. It'll show up on your job. Because God, I said, I'm going to have my way. You ain't got to hear a preacher, but I got more than just a Sunday morning preacher. Your boss man preaching to you, you don't even realize it. That person that cut you off, they're preaching to you. And you don't even realize it. But there's a call going out. But the world is missing it because of frustrations and root issues that cause people not to be free. The problem, however, is not the issues, because it rains on the just as well as the problem, my brothers and sisters, is God did not create us robots. Come on. It wouldn't be simple if we got up in the morning and God pushed the button and we just automatically did right. Wouldn't it be easy if we didn't have free will all in the way to do whatever we want to do when we have to choose to do what's right? The devil has been able to cause the people of God to be intoxicated with the wine of this world. Now this world is narcissistic and purpose-driven, worldly wise. Everything is driven toward buying and selling and becoming something in this world. But what profited the man to gain this whole world and to lose his soul? We find that even in church, we're spending our time, our money, and our efforts building an earthly kingdom and not putting anything in store for heaven. But how many know that this body shall pass away? This earth shall pass away. But we are going to last for eternity. Drinking of this world causes frustrations. Drinking the wine of this world will cause you to think like the world. I call it stinking thinking. But when inner frustrations begin to manifest, we begin to see God in a different light. You see, it's hard to worship God frustrated at life. It's hard to worship God confused about who you are, where you are, and what you're trying to do. And sometimes we blame God for the results of our will. Let me say that again. Sometimes we blame God for the results of us enacting our will. You see, God has a perfect and permissive will. And he will allow you to keep going left even though he told you to go right. If you keep going left, how many know there's a lesson over there to the left? If you go right when he tells you, there's a legacy over there to the right. But root issues hardly ever get dealt with in church. Because root issues are hard to deal with. Because getting to a root issue hurts. We expect God to coddle us out of our sin, but God has to cut sometimes. Tell your neighbor, you got to be cut sometimes. You got to be cut. The word of God is going to cut going in, it's going to cut coming back out. You see, some Sundays, you ought to leave from church with a bunch of holes in your body. Some Sundays, you ought to leave from church limping and say, oh my God, the apostle preached today. If you skip out of church every Sunday on a high note, you ought to check your preacher. Because your preacher's not here to tickle your fancy. Your preacher's not here to tell you how wonderful you are. Your preacher's not here to give you a spoon. He's here to give you a lesson. And just like sheep, we get hard-headed sometimes. And that rod becomes a staff. And we got to get whooped back in place every now and then. But don't get mad because you got a whooping. Just like a child get mad and I don't love you anymore. I'm running away. If you run away from this move of God, you're going to become a vagabond. No church you go to is going to match where God placed you. Tap your neighbor. Say, be still. Oh, that was a wrong neighbor. Tap your other neighbor. Say, be still. Root issues that don't get dealt with turn preachers into psychiatrists.
Come on now.
Root issues that never get dealt with transforms your preacher into Dr. Phil or Oprah Winfrey. They got to dig through the cloud of your double-mindedness. Hey, they got to dig through the fog of your double standard. They don't even have time to get to the word because they got to find which person I'm talking to. Our wills are too strong in church. Everybody want their will to be enacted. Everybody want their name on the roster. Everybody want to be spotlighted or highlighted. But can you do the same magnitude of work if nobody calls your name? Can you be here 15 minutes early, leave 15 minutes late to make sure that the presence of God ain't gone before you leave? I came up in the old church that when we experience the presence of God, the preacher didn't even give a benediction. He just said, y'all can go if you want to. But I'm going to sit right here. God is still working on somebody. The Spirit of the Lord is still moving in here. I'm not picking up my bag. The football game ain't that important. Ain't nothing going on that important that I finally got God to come down. When you get God to come down, don't be in a rush to go nowhere. When you finally get the presence of God to sit strong. We didn't act our will above God's will. So God has to call us even in our mess. I wonder if God called anybody here while you were yet in. Can't raise your hand. You don't want the apostle to know you was a mess when you started working here. You don't want your preacher to know you were still listening to worldly music. But when you first started, you don't want your preacher to know you still had a pack of cigarettes every now and then. Some of you got a cold one in the refrigerator right now. But you don't want your preacher to know I'm a work in progress. Okay. But there has to be an exchange of wills. Flesh has got to die. Somebody said it with me. My flesh has got to die. This time say it like you mean it. My flesh has got to die. Not just today, but tonight, tomorrow morning, on my lunch break, when I get off work, when that girl passes by, when that boy passes by, hey, when I feel tempted to put something in my pocket. Y'all ain't gonna finish it. Y'all ain't gonna let me preach. My flesh has got to die. Because number two, there needs to be a heart transplant. This is the second pathway to the water. Psalms 27:8 says, my heart heard you, and I said, I'm coming. My heart heard you, God, and I said, I'm coming. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already. Oh my God, let me get out of there. A transplant is a move or a transfer of something to another place or situation, typically with some effort or upheaval. In John chapter 4, we are introduced to this woman at the well. Her significance is tied to the well. She's a Samaritan woman. Has no name because God didn't think her name was important for us to know. Because sometimes we get tied up with names. Sometimes the name precedes the ministry. So he said, there's this woman at the well. And he said, if I could just fix her heart, her thirst will subsequently subside. She was thirsty. She was searching for something. And she ran upon the water. Some of y'all missed what I just said. Hallelujah. She was thirsty and ran right into the water. Yes, Lord. Oh my God, this is good. The woman at the well is a type of church. She's an outcast. But Jesus personally made a call for her to come. He didn't let the way he found her stop him from blessing her. The well represented the meeting place where she would never have to take another pail to get another drink again because she would experience the living water. Okay? God is ready to shift some of you in here from sorrow to gladness, from having a broken heart to being a heart fixer. God is ready to shift some of you from being last to being first. But you got to run toward the water. You can't walk, you can't drag your feet. You got to go as hard as you can and allow God to transplant his heart into your heart. Sometimes we say, as a matter of speaking, the Lord knows my heart. Go ahead. And oftentimes we say that in the middle of doing dirt. I'm just saying. The Lord knows my heart. God won't let nothing happen to me. He knows I love him. He knows I'm his child and I praise him. The Lord knows my heart. But how many know the heart is wicked and deceitful? Above all else. So saying that ought to scare you. That the Lord knows my wicked and deceitful. The Lord knows my heart. That's why you need a heart transplant. You ought to say, create in me a clean and renew your right spirit within me. Okay, you got it. You got it. Now, that's my third thing. Let me move through this. We got to get back to worship. Tell your neighbor, it's time to worship. We got to get back to putting worship first and foremost. We got to get, now I'm not even talking about church worship. Worship ought to be first in the church as well, but I'm talking about worship in your bathroom. I'm talking about worship in your living room. I'm talking about worship after you check your bank account and there's nothing but zero. Yeah, God. I'm talking about worship when you get a pink slip from work. I'm not talking about a mountaintop worship. I'm talking about the type of worship that comes out of a broken spirit. I'm talking about worship when your honey acting funny. I'm talking about telling God it don't look good. It don't feel good. But I know you're still good. So I'm going to bless the Lord at all times. Talking about real. Revelation 2:4-5 says, nevertheless, I have somewhat against thee, because thou hast left thy first love. Remember, therefore, from whence thou art fallen, and repent. Somebody say repent. Repent. Do the first works, or else I will come unto thee quickly, and remove thy candlestick out of its place, except thou repent. Says, get back to your first love. Now, let me say this. Church work is going to go on.
Yes, it is.
Because a lot of people that work in church don't know the boss of the church. A lot of people view church as an occupation and not a ministry. So the building is going to be taken care of. The lights will always get cut on. The AC will always get turned down to 70. The carpet will always be vacuumed. Because some people view church work as work and not ministry. But you got to cut out the work if the church is dirty today. We got to find some worshipers. If we can't have worshipers, we might as well just have a business. But I would to God that the person that cuts the grass sings hymns while he cuts the grass. The person that vacuums the carpet say, Lord, I'm praying over the service. Ain't nobody made it here yet, but I'm vacuuming with a purpose. Lord, touch somebody right here. Touch somebody right there. And would to God that somebody that worked in the church knew the God over the church. We had anointed workers in the church. It wouldn't be hard to lift up a praise. If we had people that clean the church on Saturday, come in here and lace the atmosphere while they're cleaning, you ain't got to sing but a half of a worship song. And the presence of the Lord will come down so heavy. Oh my God. We got to get back to worship. In the absence of worship, there is an unprecedented level of confusion in the world. Because worship keeps the enemy at bay.
Yes, it does.
When the saints go up to worship, the enemy's hand is stayed, and he can't do what he wanted to do. Because there's a pocket in New Bern that's worshiping God. You want to worship God so good until this whole neighborhood knows that y'all having church. You want to worship God so good till what the enemy wants to do over this region, he's not able to do it because there's real authentic worship. But in the absence of worship coming out of God's houses, we're finding ourselves embracing the New World Order. We're finding that the church is being silenced while the enemy's owning everything from the clubhouse to the White House. We're finding that the church is being silenced and nobody wants to hear what the church has to say. Because the church used to talk with power. That if a preacher said it, everybody believed it. Now we got preachers that are trying to get a photo op with Donald Trump. Now we got preachers that get on TV and let the television promote degradation and the worst in society. While the real preachers of New Bern and the preachers of Havelock are working hard as they can trying to save a soul without no spotlight, without no television, without no radio player, up in the trenches. Thank God for you I live. If one soul gets saved today, it was worth those hours I spent. Okay. We got to get back, because in the absence of worship, we have unsaved folks claiming salvation. We have saved folks that are not displaying the fruit of the Spirit. You see, in this day, everybody's saved. You can go from door to door and ask them, are you saved? Everybody say, yeah, I believe in God. But they skip the stone which the big, oh my God.
Come on, Pastor.
Everybody's saved. But ain't nobody going to church. Everybody's saved. But ain't nobody believing in Jesus. Everybody's saved. But it depends on what night of the week it is where you find it. Everybody's saved. But it ain't no power, no Shekinah, no glory cloud hovering over the church. So everybody's saved. Where's the glory? Tap your neighbor and say, where's the glory? There be some glory somewhere. I gotta find some glory somewhere. Everybody's saved. There got to be some glory. If everybody's saved and filled with the Holy Ghost, there ought to be some glory. There ought to be a bunch of wheelchairs at the door. There ought to be a bunch of canes left at the door. There ought to be doctor's reports thrown at the Jesus. That's what they saw. But look at what everywhere is the glory. Where's the glory? The glory. If everybody's saved, there ought to be some. What we found, we've lost our desire to worship. Remember when you used to crave worship? Remember when you could hardly think about what God did without tears falling down your face? Remember when they used to sing that song, Your Grace and Mercy has brought me through. I'm living this moment because of you. So I want to thank you and praise you too, because your grace and mercy. You remember you used to sing songs like that? Though the storms keep on raging, good God Almighty, in my life, time is hard to tell. Tonight from day. Okay. There's a hope that lies within. Okay. So I keep my eyes upon the distant shore. I know he'll lead me safely to that blessed place he's already prepared. Somebody say, put in. Put in. The storms don't. Just in case. The wind keeps on blowing. In my life. My soul. Thank you. That invokes worship. But when you sing songs that mean something, it invokes worship. There's no way you can start singing those songs and talking about how good God is without worship stirring up in your belly. There's no way you can sing at the cross, where I first saw the light and the burdens of my soul. Okay, I got to finish this text. We've got to get back to worship. Above all else, worship ought to be first. Worship ought to be first. Now, let me tell you a little bit about worship. I'm almost there in a few more minutes. Worship confuses the enemy. I know you've heard praise confuses the enemy, which it does. But worship confuses what he's trying to do. Worship doesn't stop your oppressors. It changes the way you feel about them. still gonna hate you. They still gonna talk about you. They still gonna dog you out. They gonna have your name all in the street. But if you get up worshiping, you'll sing in the rain. I know they talking about me, but I love God anyway. I know they don't like me. I know they watching me. So while they're watching, I'm gonna give them something to watch. You wanna bless the Lord right in your enemy's face. You wanna bless the Lord right in front of them. Yeah, if you gonna hate me, let me give you something to hate me for. Because God is my God. God is my strength. God is my provider. God is my waymaker. God is my bulwark. God is my shield. God is my money. God is my honey. God is everything I need. When you're a real worshiper, you don't let little stuff get you in your feelings. When you're a real worshiper, you can bless God no matter what is happening. When you're a real worshiper, your boss can cut you out. You'll go back to your workstation. Say, Lord, I thank you for this job anyway. Be crazy. I will let him be crazy. But I will bless you. Get my mind on you. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. They can say it. You don't have to take it. Let it roll off your sleeve. Someone say, roll, baby, roll. Let it roll off your sleeve. See, you can't do that unless you're a real worshiper. You can't do that unless you're a real worshiper. You're not a worshiper. Everything they say going to destroy you. Get back to worship. My fourth point, I'm almost there, son. I'm almost there. Almost there. Somebody say, time to call the devil out.
Time to call the devil out. Yes, sir. Yes, Lord. Come on.
Say it again.
Time to call the devil out.
Say it one more time.
Time to call the devil out.
Okay, you heard it that time. Time to call mess. Mess.
That's right. Yes, Lord. Woo. Yes, Lord.
Time to call gossip. Gossip.
That's right.
It ain't I just heard, no, that's gossip.
That's right. Make it plain.
It's time to call it what it is. Because Titus 1:16 says they profess they know God, but in works they deny him, being abominable and disobedient, and unto every good work reprobate. There are demonic forces being uncovered in this last week. But you have to have discernment in order to catch when the devil gets uncovered.
Come on now, Doctor. Say so.
See, God is not without a cause. He's not just going to allow the devil to run ramshod in your family without showing you that's the devil. But you got to be able to call that devil out. When he managed, stop talking around people. Yeah, she talk like that, but that ain't just the way she is. It don't matter how old you are, you ought to be able to talk nice to me. It don't matter how settled you are in your ways. If God can give Sarah a baby, God can change your nasty talk. Hey, God, stop for making excuses for people's mess. Call the devil out. Therefore, submit yourself to God and resist the devil, and he will. Okay.
Come on now.
While the church is being detained for demonic entry, hell is literally resting here on earth. While we are so taken back by our favorite actors and our favorite singers, and we got to have what we want when we want it, hell has manifested himself right here on earth, especially in the United States. Hell is on earth. Pandora's box has been opened. And now anything that wants to go, goes. While the church has been pushed into a corner of silence. Hellhounds have been released on our children. That's why they're going through things at 13. And we didn't see it until we got the count. Because there's no worship going before them.
Come on now.
No worship coming after them. The enemy's trying to destroy them. You're going to start seeing dark matter, demonic manifestations. They have machines that they're building that's making black holes and messing with what God never intended for us to mess with. And portals are being opened in the demonic realm or flooded. Now, you ever seen Independence Day? Where the spaceship came, and as soon as they messed with the spaceship, all these little tiny spaceships came flooding out. That's what's happening when they touch something they shouldn't touch. And now we're seeing manifestations everywhere. And the church has been pushed into a corner of silence. You know why? Because some of us come to church demon possessed.
Yes.
Some of us come to church demon oppressed. And you see, there is a religious demon. There is a religious demon that praises just like the real worship. There is a religious demon that comes to the altar and falls on the floor.
Come on now. Come on.
There is a religious demon that won't allow that person to get free. When the Spirit of God hits, the demon goes into hiding.
Yes.
And then has the person thinking, oh, I'm all right. I feel better. That must have been the word. No, that devil hides. That's why as soon as you leave out of church, he said, I'll come back. But this time I got friends.
Say so.
The reason why there's no deliverance is because we bring our twin to church. We ain't ready to give it up yet. So even if worship comes, the enemy already got a plan to stop the fruit of the worship. He said it earlier, there's something trying to stop this shift of the atmosphere. There's something here. The devil knew that God called this revival. So he got a plant in here tonight. There's somebody up in here right now trying to stop God from manifesting. But the devil is alive. The devil, I call that devil out. In the name of Jesus. You won't have any dominion up in this place. Somebody's going to get delivered tonight. Somebody's getting set free tonight. Not by power, not by might, but by the Spirit. The Lord of hosts. The Lord of hosts. Say it. The Lord of hosts. We got to stop playing with the devil. We got to call that mess out. Sometimes we feel that cold presence and we just shut it off. No, that's a presence in. We find we get used to the devil coming in our worship. We don't even try to fight him anymore. We just deal with him. We worship around him. You see, but I'm from the old church. When the mothers spotted something that wasn't right, somebody getting gangbanged. Somebody getting jumped. When they saw something wasn't right, they were going to lay hands on it. When we walk and talk and tiptoe around demonic presences in church, this is the last place that the devil ought to feel comfortable. If somebody got the devil, they ought to be shaking in their boots when they come to church. But no, the devil has gotten so used to church, he'll grab the microphone and sing Amazing Grace. He got so used to church, he'll jump on the instrument, he'll get on the usher board, he'll get on the chicken frying club and the cage committee, and he'll find his way into the church. Because he knows a strategically placed demon will stop God's presence. That's not to imply the devil is stronger than God. is to imply that the devil uses people, and because we're not delivered from people, we allow that devil to stop God's presence. But you got to have the spirit of discernment and be a worshiper to know when that keyboard player playing a worldly chord. You got to have discernment to know your choir is full of people that was in the club on Saturday. You can't be making it rain on Saturday, then come here on Sunday and try to bring the real rain. It don't work that way. 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 Holiness is still right. Holiness is still the standard. Wrong and right have traded places. Conjecture is the new facts. Alternative facts is the new truth. Technology is the new church. Spirituality is the new Christian. Woman is the new man. Man is the new woman. Money is the new God. Preachers are the new rock stars. Singers are the new preachers. And we've gotten it so twisted till we can't tell the difference in what's going on. But tell your neighbor, it's time to call that devil out. Call that devil out. Because worship, I'm telling you, when real worship hits the house, especially when men worship, there is a distinct and definable difference when men worship God. No disrespect to women, but there is a difference when a man gets broken enough to where he said, I want to worship God. It's different when a man cries than when a woman cries. We've seen women worship for 200 years, and the men have sat with their legs crossed, too dignified to get broken in God's presence. But if you flip your Bible back just a few chapters in the Old Testament, that when God wanted warfare, he sent the worshipers, and he sent the men forth. The men called forth Judah. The men knocked down the wall of Jericho. The men chose to go. The men pumped their fists in the air and said, I'm a worshiper. Ain't nothing wrong with a man worshiping God. It's manly for a man to give God worship. It's the manliest thing you can do. Ain't nothing fruity about a man worshiping God. I'll cry right in your face. I'll lift up both of my hands. I'll dance in his presence like David danced. That when a man worships, when a man worships God, demons tremble. Good God Almighty. When a man worships God, everything in his household got to come over, got to come in line. We keep crying, my wife don't respect me. She don't see God in you. When she see God in you, ain't no woman in this church gonna disrespect God. Ain't no woman in this church gonna talk back to God. When she see God in you, when she worships up, there go God, I better shut my almost there. Come on, every man in the building. Every man in the building. Stand on your feet, every man. Every man up in this church. Women haven't seen you and take your way. We got this. Every man, every boy. If you think you a man, if you want to be a man, everything that walks, stand it up. I want every man up in here to shout to God with a voice of triumph. Come on, y'all say something. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Glory to your name. God is my King. God is my soul. Let me close. Whoa. You know, in the world, you can worship God and not expect something to die. See, when men worship, we're also doing worship. W-A-R. When men worship, we're dropping seed in the ground. When men worship, we're breaking through the fog of an austere heart and a hard life. You see, it's hard being a real man because we're required to be hard in one place and soft in another place. We're required to stand up and speak our mind, then be able to write our baby love letters and be soft and tender. We've got to be able to hold our hurt just for the sake of hearing somebody else's hurt. You see, it's not always easy to be a worshiping man. You see, sometimes you want to lay your head on somebody's shoulder and say, I'm leading, but I'm bleeding. Sometimes we want to cry out to somebody, but God will have us say, stand up, be a real man, and take what's coming to you. Sometimes we shy away from the fight because it's easy to act like a woman. And sometimes our women perpetuate the cycle. Nothing worse than an overbearing, scripture-loving woman. She knows 2 more scriptures than you do, and she holy. I'm not going to tell you everything before I sit down. You have women domineering over man, and a man can't make a decision without asking his woman first. Baby, can I go buy some coffee? Baby, let me check the account first. You got $2. And then you find men getting emasculated by the one that should be lifting them up. And we find men sitting in the seat of Ahab or Jezebel points. I'm going to tell you what to tell the pastor. Make it sound like it's coming from you. And I'm going to tell you. I got to call them out. We have men that look like men. There ain't nothing here. Then when they try to worship, they reach but don't find the presence. They reach high but don't find the presence. Because in the back of their mind they say, I got to go home to this woman. I can't be free while I'm here. I know the pain is coming. Then we have our boys surrounded by a bunch of emasculated men trying to teach them how to be a man. And boys that are looking to the rap stars and the rock stars as to how to be a man. And then you have the blind following the blind. And we've almost lost this generation. We've almost lost it. We've almost lost it. That's why I say this revival is key. Because God is changing. He's shifting. The name change is just symbolic of what He's already done. United, we worship. When you get united in your worship, strongholds will come down right in your face. Right in close. We're living in the last day and time, and the Lord is soon to come back. He's coming, y'all. I know they've been saying it since the Bible days, but the Lord is coming. He's coming. And it's time for us to start worshiping God for real, for real. It's time for us to stand up. It's time for us to be a light shining in this dark world. It's time for real worship. When real worship hits, everybody will know it. And it really starts with the men. When the men break down, it takes something for a man to get broken enough to worship. It takes something for a man to cry in front of somebody else. It takes something for a man to lift up his hands and say, I love God. You don't love God? What's wrong with you? But it takes something. And my brothers and sisters, as I hasten to a close, we've got to run to the water. We've got to take off in a full sprint to the water. Whatever you have to do, do that which you have to do to get in God's presence. Don't let anybody stop you. Don't let anybody dissuade you. Don't let anybody take you on a detour. Go straight into God's presence. And his presence to you is his presence to you. Whatever you do in God's presence, ain't nobody else's business what you do in God's presence. You got to be like that woman with the alabaster box that came and all the disciples were indignant because she had the nerve to come into Jesus' presence. You got to shake them all off and get there. Run. Run to the water. There's healing in the water. Stand to your feet, everybody. I'm done. There's deliverance in the water. There's salvation in the water. There's restoration in the water. The thing particular about this water, you don't have to be the first one in to get what you need from God. My brothers and sisters, the water's trouble tonight. I believe we came for revival. I believe we came because we need things changed. We need an upgrade. Bless God. The visionary has already set the pace. The visionary has already set the pace. He's already put the vision out there. He didn't tell you to come intercede before service. He came out here with you and led the charge to change the atmosphere. So now it's time to respond to the word. See, with every word there is a response to the word, a call to action after the word. So I just want to open up the pool today. I want to open up the pool for all those that would step in. You know what you need to step in the water for. No need for me to start calling things out. I just call the devil out. So that's the extent of my calling out tonight. But if you want to come step in the pool, you want to come, the water's trouble. The water's trouble. If you want to come step in this pool, whatever you need from the Lord, the altar is open. Come. And him that is thirsty, come. And him that needs the Lord, come. The altar is open for you. It's extended to you. The thing about this altar that it has no titles attached to it. There is no age limit to this altar call. Let all those that are thirsty come. Come to the fountain that bleeds from Emmanuel's veins. Come. Come to the water. You ought to be running to this water. You ought to be pushing your neighbor out of your way to get down to this water. Come. Come to the water. Run 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 to this water. Run to the 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 water.
Victory belongs to Jesus. Victory belongs to Him. Oh, oh, oh. Victory belongs to Jesus. Victory belongs to Him. Oh, oh, oh. Victory belongs to Jesus. Victory belongs to Him. With Jesus. Oh, oh, oh. Victory belongs to Jesus. Victory belongs to Him. Who will stand against the Lord? No one can. No one will. Who will stand against the King? No one can. No one will. Victory belongs. Victory belongs. Victory belongs. Victory belongs.
Every hand raised, every eye closed. Father God, we thank you for these your precious souls gathered at this single. We thank you for the time. We thank you that there's been a shifting in the atmosphere. We thank you that we have both feet firmly planted in the water. Hallelujah. Father God, we thank you